Buckle up, sports fanatics. This is the Sports Chasers Podcast, your HQ for in-depth sports talk. Join host Kevin L. Warren and crew as they dissect the hottest stories, ignite debates, and bring you closer to the action. From locker room whispers to expert takes, we cover it all. It's game time, so strap in and grab a drink. The Sports Chasers Podcast starts right now.
Hey, what up, everybody? Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great week. Yo, this is the Sports Chasers Podcast coming to you live and direct on YouTube, Facebook. Hey, Twitch. We're on Twitch. Welcome to all our people on Twitch. We have an official Twitch account. Also, I said YouTube. Where else? We're on X. Hey, welcome. Hey, a lot to get into when it comes to the world of sports. Excuse our lateness, our tardiness for tonight. We had some technical difficulties, but yo, we're here. We ain't going nowhere. And as they always say in Hollywood, even though we're not in Hollywood, the show must and will go on, man. But without further ado, let's meet the crew. D-Dubs, what's up? How are you doing tonight, sir?
What up, man? Yo, yeah, I don't want nothing to do with that Hollywood or nothing going on out there. So, yes, we are here Thursday night. Yo, get popping. Giants playing Cowboys tonight. I'm not really trying to get hyped and be depressed for the rest of for my Friday. So, because, we've been having some problems with the Cowboys here. So, hopefully they could, make my Friday better with the win. But, I won't hold my breath.
Cowboys have beaten the Giants 13 out of the last 14 times.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even a game. The hockey dude, Dan, what's up, man? How are you tonight?
What's up, gentlemen? I'm a bit annoyed. I'm the technical difficulty tonight, so bear with me. I may be a little toxic, but I'll get over it. $3,000 PC and I can't get audio. What the hell?
Oh, jeez.
Man, we'll work it out, Dan. We'll work it out, Dan. Like I said, welcome to all those that's following us and watching us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, all those great platforms. Thank you so much, man. Hey, Mike. Debbie D, stop your foolishness. Yeah, let's go, Dallas. Yeah. Whatever, man. Yeah, whatever, man. Yeah, I got my big blue sign up in the back right here. Sports Chasers. Go ahead, Dan.
Dallas is on a bye week, you're saying?
Whatever, man. Whatever. Shout out to Debbie. Shout out to that's Dan. Shout out to moms. Thank you, moms, for watching, coming through, and all those that are watching under the sound of my voice and on the podcast side. Thank you for those on the podcast side. Thank you guys so much for what we do. Hey, we're gonna get right into it. Like I said, Mike Mills should be joining us a little bit shortly. Ryan should be on here shortly, and the DA will not be with us tonight. I wish the DA would be on tonight because, oh boy, that's college story, boy. I tell you, man. But hey, that's neither here nor there. We'll get to that in a few minutes. Let's talk about the week in review. The week in review when it comes to the Sports Chasers, things that we wasn't on, but we're going to announce here. Hey, the Cincinnati Reds, on Sunday night announced that they have fired manager David Bell. Bell was in his sixth season as Reds manager, has been under contract through 2026. Bench coach Freddie Benavidez will serve as the club's interim manager for the final 5 games of the season. David provided the kind of steadiness that we needed in our clubhouse over the last few seasons. Reds president of baseball operations Nick Kroll said in a statement, "We felt a change was needed to move the major league team forward. We not achieved the success we expected, and we need to begin focusing on 2025. The Reds this season are 76-81 as of Sunday and in 4th place in the National League Central. Is what time to be Bell's final game in the Cincinnati dugout. The Reds on Sunday fell to the Pirates. What up, Dan? The 52-year-old Bell as Reds manager went 409 and 456. That's a 473 winning percentage. He guided them to the postseason during the abbreviated 2020 COVID season, but an organizational pivot to non-contention yielded a 60-100 season in 2022. The Reds made impressive progress in 2023 under Bell as they notched a winning season. However, the forward momentum was not sustained in 2024, which ultimately cost Bell his post. Bell has been the 62nd manager in Reds franchise history. His 409 wins rank 8th amongst Reds managers, and his 456 loss ranked 4th. This is according to CBS Sports, Dan Perry and that was on Sunday. So that was that when it came to the Reds. This is another interesting article right here, also from CBS Sports. Jasmine Wimbush, the Toronto Raptors plan to retire Vince Carter's number 15 jersey on November 2nd when they host the Sacramento Kings. Per TSN, Carter, who has been inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame next month, spent his first 7 years in the NBA with the Raptors. After being selected 5th overall in the 1998 NBA draft, this will be the first jersey retirement for the Raptors, and it comes at a fitting time as the team celebrate its 30th anniversary during the during the upcoming season. D-Dubs, your thoughts on Vince Carter?
Oh, that's a good look, man. Vince, yeah, that's solid right there for the Toronto. That's where he started it off at. So, it would be fitting for that. He got them to close to Eastern Conference Finals, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah, he was close to getting to that. I don't think he got to the finals. But those years with Toronto, him battling Allen Iverson, that was a great series back in the day. It's fitting for Vince Carter. So Vince Carter, although he didn't win, but he was a solid performer. He was a box office.
The dunks.
The dunks. Definitely. I believe he's a gold Olympic winner. Gold Olympic winner. He had a great career. Just succumbed to the injuries. Injuries kind of took his toll on him. But that's a good look for Toronto.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, Vince Carter he's getting inducted to the Hall of Fame. Throughout Carter's time in Toronto, he quickly became one of the most exciting young players that ever. His athleticism translated into jaw-dropping dunks. Like I said earlier, that name earned him the nickname Air Canada for the electrifying and the time he never before seen dunks. His performance in the 2000 slam dunk contest, which included 360 between the legs dunk to cap off a win, still considered one of the best performances in dunk history. Let me get on my old man's thing real quick. The dunk contest. Part of the reason why I don't watch the NBA no more, because none of the stars participate in the dunk contest. It looks like it's beneath them. It looks like I don't have to do that, and it's pretty annoying. In fact, I've been on record. Y'all can check Twinbox. Check out Twinbox, saying that the NBA All-Star Game is the most garbage one out of all the professional sports. So that's my take on that. I know Dan has something to say. Dan, go ahead.
I'm good. No, I'm happy for Carter. He did a lot for that franchise in the early days, and like you said, it was the dunks, that brought him notoriety. He was a hell of a player, but good for him. I'd like to see it.
Definitely. Mike Mills, what's up, brother? How are you tonight, sir?
I'm chilling.
Good.
What up, Mike?
Good. Well, we're glad you're in here because we know you love basketball. Vince Carter, his number's being retired by the Raptors, and he's going to the Basketball Hall of Fame. Thoughts before we move on?
Both of those things. Well, the Basketball Hall of Fame, I know is a time thing, so I understand that. Right. But as quick as they normally retire players, because he should have been retired. It ain't like he really forced his way out of Toronto because it wasn't that era, and he did a lot for them. He was their first real star. Because what they having for him, old ass Hakeem Olajuwon, who's 100 out there, and
I so forgot he was there with them. Yes,
yeah, just like Patrick Ewing on the Magic, but we'll talk about that later. So
I forgot about that one. Yeah. Thank you, Mike. I forgot that he went. Wow. Yeah.
Vince Carter should have been deserved it. And for all you kids out there who can't shoot and just jump to the moon, watch him because this guy couldn't shoot, and then look at him.
No,
that's why he's able to play 20 years. So shout out to Vince Carter. He deserves it.
Yeah, he was able to do everything else after that. I mean, yeah, he was good.
Yep. Let me read this other article here. Mike is going to be excited about this. Despite football being a priority, the new look Pac-12 isn't making basketball an afterthought as the league considers its options from coast to coast. According to a report from Yahoo Sports, Ross Dillinger, Gonzaga is expected to be a Pac-12 target along with Memphis out of the American Athletic Conference It's great. A formidable league in hoops that also includes 2023 national runner-up San Diego State. The Pac-12 needs to add at least 2 more football schools by July 1st, 2026 to be considered an FBS conference and meet college football playoff requirements. Memphis and Tulane are among the schools the conference is reportedly targeting through a no formal invitation have been made since Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, and San Diego State signed on for 2026-2027 season. Per Dillinger, the Pac-12 is projecting a per school distribution of 12 to 15 million annually if the league can acquire the top 2 AAC schools. Additionally, new members will have to sign a 5-year grant of rights agreement between 2030 and 2031. Mike Mills, I know you have hated this moving around of all college athletics. Your thoughts on this story before we move on, because we got a lot to get into tonight.
I'm not a fan of a school in Memphis nor Louisiana joining the Pac-12. I mean, Colorado State isn't really the Pacific either, but I mean, I'll take that. I mean, I'm cool with people in that general vicinity joining. I'm not cool with you going to the middle of the country and rearranging everything. So, like, I get why they have to do it, but I'm still not the biggest fan. But Gonzaga going in basketball is fire because,
yes,
you know that mean they need to go get St. Mary's too, but we'll see.
But I mean, look at USC playing Michigan. Yeah, we talking about that's a Big Ten game.
Stop.
That used to be the Rose Bowl game.
Yeah.
Literally.
Exactly. More college sports stuff. Reggie Bush, former USC football star Reggie Bush, has filed a lawsuit against his school, the NCAA, and the Pac-12 in a bid to recoup money made on his name, image, and likeness during his career with the Trojans 2 decades ago. In a brief news release from Bush's attorney announcing the filings Monday, the Heisman Trophy winning tailback's representatives claimed he should be paid to address and rectify ongoing injustices stemming from the exploitation of Reggie Bush's name, image, and likeness during his tenure as a USC football player. This case is not just about seeking justice for Reggie Bush. Attorney Evan Salik said in a statement, it's about setting a precedent for the fair treatment of all college athletes. Wink, wink. Our goal is to rectify this injustice and pave the way for a system where athletes are rightfully recognized, compensated, and treated fairly for their contributions. Wink, wink. NBCLA has reached out to Bush's attorney, the NCAA, the USC, Trojans, and Pac-12 conference for comment. A Pac-12 spokesperson declined to comment. Man, oh man, this getting into the story we're gonna head into here into a little bit. D-Dubs, I'll pass it to you. Your thoughts on this story from Reggie Bush?
Yo, ain't we passed this already? I mean, ain't the kids getting their money now? What? We don't need him to be the social justice guy to come in and act like he's saving college football, bro. I mean, I don't understand it, to be honest with you.
Oh, yes, you do.
You know what I mean? Yo, I don't know, man. I'm tired.
Boy.
Mike, you got anything? Somebody else got something. I ain't got nothing for you. Well, I might have something later, but go ahead.
Yes.
Reggie Bush is grasping at air. You got your Heisman back. It's in the record book. Who cares at this point? Who cares? You had a decent NFL career. I'm not gonna say great. You had a decent one. You know,
decent one
for a while. So, like, bro, if you ain't got no bread, just say that. ESPN or something. You want to come work for the Chasers? You could be our football correspondent. But, like, bro,
holla at us.
Down. It's over. It's over,
it's a wrap.
You got your Heisman back, Reginald.
Yeah.
Dan?
What I'm trying to understand here, he's trying to go back in time to when he was in college and it was illegal to take money.
Yeah.
Because now they made it legal.
That's what I'm saying, Dan. Go ahead.
No, I'm bear with me. I'm trying to play this out in my brain how this works.
No, you good.
So we're going back 10 years or whatever.
2 decades.
So 2 decades. So
he's 40. I just looked it up.
So what we're saying is if this lawsuit goes through, that anybody that played in his era can go back and file a lawsuit against the schools because they didn't get money and use their likeness. Is that what they're trying to do here?
That sounds about right, sir.
So you're going to have thousands of college football players, basketball players, baseball players. You know, why did they not make NCAA football for the longest time? They couldn't use the names and all that stuff. So to me, it's, you know, a grasp at straws. Like, it wasn't legal when you were there. I'm sorry. You can't go back and get money for something that you weren't supposed to get in the first place.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Boom.
Now I'm even more confused. Okay. So they took your Heisman because you took money in the past, and now you're gonna sue them for making money when you took money and you got the Heisman back already. So you made that bread in the past. What is even going on? And then I hate when this is for all people, because now you trying to just look for people to piggyback and be wrong with you, so y'all could be wrong together.
Not. It's for him. He don't care about the. He don't care about the. Yeah,
we know. I know. You know. But
hey, Kev,
you know, I gotta make it seem like this is for all the players who got used. Bro,
Yeah.
You know you got used and you took your bag, and that's why you lost your Heisman. So like, I don't want to hear
Kev,
it,
what you said? Wink, wink.
Wink,
Man,
wink. Yeah,
me,
we're gonna get it. Shout out to my cousin Mike Hill, man. He said Braylon Edwards, University of Michigan, and Denard Robertson also filed a lawsuit. Those players have played for Michigan for the same issue against the NCAA.
Well, get in line. Y'all probably gonna be denied too.
Was it legal then? No.
Yeah.
Get over it. Go back to college. Play again. I don't know.
Hey, shout out to my man RC Everback, right? He's 50 years old playing pro football. So shout out to him, man. Let's move on because, like I said, there's a lot to get in. This is probably going to piss off a lot of people. Baseball from Yahoo Sports, from Jason Owens of Yahoo Sports. The A's will play their final game in Oakland on Thursday. That's tonight, severing the MLB franchise's 57-year relationship with the city, including a bitter saga that resulted in the team's planned move to Las Vegas. On Monday, A's owner John Fisher issued a goodbye letter to fans. It was not well received on social media, nor by at least one former A's player. Fisher is largely blamed in Oakland for the team's fall from relevance and ultimately its exit from the Bay Area. In his letter, he made his case to fans that we did our very best to keep the team in Oakland. And this is a direct quote from him. When Lou Wolf and I brought the team in 2005, our dream was to win world championships and build a new ballpark here in Oakland. Fisher wrote, over the 18 years, we did our very best to make that happen. We proposed and pursued 5 different locations in the Bay Area. And despite mutual and ongoing efforts to get a deal done for the Howard Terminal project, we came up short. And there's some more stuff that he said. It was, listen, Oakland has been in, I mean, the Athletics have been in Oakland for 57 years, as the article stated. It came from Kansas City originally. They're one of the original teams in baseball. Over 100-something years. They started in Philadelphia as the Philadelphia A's. Then they moved to Kansas City. I think, Kansas City. Then they moved to Oakland. And where they've been in Oakland the last 57 years, there's been so many great moments. And, the city of Oakland has lost within the last couple of years. They lost the Golden State Warriors across the bay to San Francisco, to a new place where the Warriors play at now. They lost, of course, the Raiders to Vegas. And now the A's are moving to Las Vegas whenever something's get built. And they'll be in Sacramento for the next couple of weeks. Listen, these owners, they are who they are. I sent Dan an article about his owner for the Pirates, how he basically runs it like a mom and pop bodega shop. Just enough to run it where, he makes some money and, they go to the new place. Yeah, they probably try to get stuff, but if you're like me that studies, and looks at things economically, the city of Oakland, man, they're not apt, and DW, you probably gonna touch, they're not apt for you to build them a ballpark. You're muted.
$5.
You're muted.
Yeah, they ain't got to. They don't.
Yeah,
you should build.
Yeah, you should build your own ballpark. Billionaire. I always say this story, man. When I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina in 2001, there was a referendum on the bill for the Hornets at the time.
Time Warner.
Yeah, to build a new downtown arena. And it got voted down. I said no. because I was like, what's the matter with the place out on Tyvola Road that was just built 15 years ago? What's the matter with that? Nah, y'all want a new one? Y'all build it. Lo and behold, politicians in the city, they finagled their way, and it got built anyway. And I think that's what's part of the what's wrong with sports economics sometimes, and fans are fanatics, right? For a reason. They get emotional, they get ties to their team, me included. But I got a line, and that's why we always say on the show, vote with your dollars. Vote with your dollars. Vote with your dollars,
bro.
And the A's had some really good fans, but with the last 20 years, whatever, they couldn't seem to draw, those people to the stadium, and hence, it looks like now every professional, everybody's running to Las Vegas now. Before it was taboo to have a sports team in Las Vegas, but now everybody's running to Vegas, and now betting is okay everywhere. It's just
the money, man. The money. Well, that's why the game has changed. So now everything is, you could bet now. You could, everything. Las Vegas is pretty and sexy right now until the next big thing comes. We'll see how that goes. But these teams have left Oakland. Oakland, the sports town, the town of Oakland is just not the same as it used to be. It used to be good in the 80s. So I don't know what has happened from then to now. Well, I do know, but it's a long story. Oakland's moving to Sacramento gets a team for 3 years, and they get to lease a team for 3 years, and then
team for 3 years, right?
And then they'll leave there and go to Las Vegas. So we'll get to see how that goes. Sacramento gets to test out a team, and this works out for Major League Baseball. So we'll see.
Mike, you're funny. Yes. Sorry about that. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right about D Dubs, man. That's a shame. Yeah, like you said, now Sacramento rent the team for lease the team for a couple years, and then they're on to Vegas. So let me go on to the next story here. Oh, this is right up Dan's alley here. From Athlon Sports, an NHL expansion rumor swirled this offseason. Agent Alan Walsh has revealed that 2 American cities are leading the way to land the 33rd and the 34th franchises in league history, which means there will be no love for Canada, the country where ice hockey originated. Walsh, appearing on the September 4th episode of Agent Provocateur podcast, revealed that Houston and Atlanta are the top contenders to land new NHL teams. According to Walsh, expansion is 100% happening, though it may take a few years before the new teams are introduced. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when for the NHL expansion process, and we will reach 34 teams, Walsh said. I predict that price to pay for each of the 2 franchises will be $1.5 billion for the franchise purchase, more than double what Seattle had to pay in 2021. Dan, I'll throw the rock to you. Your thoughts on Houston? It looks like in Atlanta getting a try number 3.
I love the Houston thing. I think it can thrive there. The Atlanta thing, yeah, bro. Stop. Sorry, Atlanta fans. Well, apparently there wasn't enough fans because they left twice. But, I mean, why are we going through this again? Like, it's time, either give another one to Canada or put another one. What was the ones we were talking about before besides Houston?
I said Kansas City.
Or like Kansas City, Atlanta, I'm over that. I mean, you get them in the right spot, maybe it works, but we've already seen it fail twice.
Well, if I might speak on this, I'm not the hockey dude. Some will say that Atlanta really didn't get a chance, right? Some will say that the owner who owned the the Atlanta, what was the name? What was it? Thrashers, right?
Thrashers.
The owner for him wasn't worth a damn, and they mismanaged the team, and that's why the team faltered, and that's why they might wind up moving back to Winnipeg, which also used to be which is funny, right? Which also used to be a franchise in Winnipeg before they moved to where? To Phoenix. Am I right, Dan? Are you following me? Which they just folded and they moved now to what? Utah. and become the Utah Hockey Club. So round and round we go.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we were talking about. It's like the whole Phoenix thing is like they kind of screwed themselves because I forget what city they were in first in Phoenix.
They was in Phoenix. They was in Phoenix, and they moved to Glendale, I think.
Was it Tempe?
I can't.
Scottsdale, one of them. But the original spot they were in was the best because it was in the city. And then, as they didn't pay bills and pay employees or whatever it was, then they moved farther out of the city. So the initial fan base that they had now had to drive like 45 minutes to an hour to get to the arena and an hour back. And games during the week, you can't take your kids to that. I mean, you're home at 11 o'clock at night, and they got school the next day. So it was just from the initial, once they kind of screwed up the first place they were at and burnt that bridge, it just kind of went downhill from that. I mean, hell, they end up building an arena at, what is it? Arizona State.
Yep.
Played in a 4,000 seat building for a year. So to me, it was no surprise that they got moved. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if they get a new owner and get a new arena in the city, it could work. But I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. Like the whole Atlanta thing, I'm over that. Give it somewhere else a chance.
Yeah. You should be. We should be over Atlanta. I didn't even realize Atlanta. There was the Calgary Flames was the Atlanta Flames. This is the third. No, Atlanta. Stop. 1972 to 1980. They had Atlanta franchise hockey team, a professional hockey team, and then they come. Nah, we ain't doing. We're tapped out. Atlanta, y'all done had a chance. Y'all obviously don't know what you're doing with a professional hockey team, and nor should you have another one. So I'm done with that. What they said? I'm off that.
I'm off that.
Yeah, I'm off that.
I am off that. So yeah, I got that. Ryan, welcome. How are you, sir?
Hey, what's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Good,
man.
What's up, buddy?
What's going on, guys?
Good. So, man, yeah, that's the Sports Chasers news. Yeah, but it looks like they're gonna bring it back. They're gonna try to give Atlanta another chance. 3 times the charm, right?
Okay. Dan will be reporting on that. So, hey, let me know how that work out.
Okay. Not a problem, sir.
Got that, man. So listen, let's move on to the rest of the show. Let's move on to the big story of the day, or the last 2 days, I should say. I'm going to be reading a lot, so I want to give everybody to get some clarity and understanding. And I got this first article here. This is from Brandon Stamps of Fox News 8. The name, image, and likeness era of college football has been full of shocking twists and turns. Another shocking twist in the saga came along early Wednesday morning as the starting quarterback for an undefeated college football team, announced that he will be leaving the team immediately and hinted at a dispute over NIL compensation as the reason why. Matthew Sluka, a senior quarterback, was the starting quarterback for the University of Nevada, Las Vegas Rebels football team. Sluka transferred to UNLV from the College of Holy Cross in January. He started the first 3 games of the season for UNLV and helped lead the Rebels to a 3-0 start on the season. In 3 starts, Sluka has thrown for 318 yards, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception, and completed 43.8% of his passes. He also ran for 253 yards and 1 touchdown. UNLV has high expectations this season as they are ranked number 23 in the college polls and are considered to be amongst the favorite to earn a spot in the college football playoff. However, a season-high hopes for the Rebels hit a sudden fork in the road when Sluka's announcement on X that he will be leaving the team. In his announcement, Sluka claims the UNLV made certain representations to him when he committed to the program, and it became clear that these commitments would not be fulfilled in the future. The language used by Sluka in his announcements would seemingly implied dealing with NIL compensations are the reason for his departure from the university. And let me just read this real quick. I have decided to utilize my redshirt year. This is from Sluka. And I will not be playing in any additional games this season. I committed to UNLV based on certain representations that were made to me, which were not upheld after I enrolled. Despite discussions, it became clear that these commitments would not be fulfilled in the future. I wish my teammates the best of luck this season, and I hope for continued success of the program. And it goes on. And there's another article read, but I'm gonna let Ryan jump in here. Like I said, this has been very, very. How can I say? This has been a very spirited conversation. A lot of people on the side of the kids, side of the colleges. What's your thoughts initially about what has went on with this?
Well, I can't blame the kid if that's the reason why he went there. This is what the college game is now. Tell a kid to come on pretenses and then not fulfill why he was going there in the first place. It is what it is. This the NIL era.
Yep.
So you can't renege on certain things to get somebody and then not, you basically went back on your word on what, the stipulations was for him to go to that school. And now that kids don't have to sit out a year anymore when transferring, I don't blame the guy. If you told him that, hey, I was supposed to get $100,000 to play for your school, and you didn't fulfill that commitment to him, I don't know if it's in writing or what have you, but this is the new era we're in collegiate sports. That's just what it is. So I can't put a blame on anybody but the person who reneged on why the person went there. So that's my take on it. I don't blame the kid.
Got you. Let me read some more here. This is from Dan Wetzel of Yahoo Sports. Let me get down to where it says Sluka committed to the Rebels after a four-year career at Holy Cross, an FCS school in Worcester, Massachusetts. His father, Bob, told ESPN that NIL agents negotiated a deal with UNLV, collective or booster group, but payments never arrived. Yahoo Sports' Ross Dellinger reports that there was no signed contract between Sluka and the collective. According to sources, a payment of $3,000 was made from the collective to Sluka, and discussions were underway over a monthly payment of $3,000. UNLV released a statement Wednesday afternoon stating that Sluka's representation made financial demands upon the university and its NIL collective in order to continue paying. Sluka got off to a fast start at UNLV, throwing for 318 yards and 6 touchdowns passes with 253 yards and another scoring rushing. Regardless of what's true and what isn't, it's fascinating development in the modern world of college football, as Ryan alluded to. How does this happen? Mainly because college athletes won't recognize players as employees and directly compensate them, let alone allowing them to form some semblance of a union and collectively bargaining of all sorts of provisions that protect both the player and the athletic department. I'm going to start reading from that. I've been saying this from yesterday. I said, had they let the players, the student athletes, or whatever you want to call them, unionize, it protects everybody. We're not having this. And as Ryan said, you know what? Poop on the NCAA, who really doesn't have any control, or the schools, because you telling me, hey, I'm coming to school for $100K, and you just only hit me off with 3,000. You guys are supposed to be the adult, the man, and you're a person of your word. And then I'm hearing through other articles where they asked the head coach. He's like, I don't even know what you're talking about, because the assistant coach, he was the one that made a promise. So it looked like nobody's talking to anybody. And this is what you got. I'll give it to D-Dubs. Go ahead.
Hey, Mom, if you're listening, close your ears real quick. Yo, fam. After doing some digging, my G, if you tell me you gonna hit me off 100K, right?
Yeah.
And then you don't, I'm just gonna take it to, I'm gonna break it down, see student perspective, and you don't pay me, I will not be coming back to work. It's just as easy as that. If you told me I'm getting paid $500, and then when I get there, you break me off with 150. No, that's not what our deal was, right? Yo, I understand what the kid is coming from, and I don't blame him. At first, I was thinking, but I'm not. You know what? Like Ryan said, from both perspectives, yo, both of these guys. I mean, I don't trust you. You can't trust these schools. So if they told you $100,000, you should have got it in writing, right? And you can't blame the kid if he decides to say, pack up his shit and say, yo, I'm out. Because I'm not fucking with you guys, because you guys told me one thing and then now you trying to piecemeal some shit and then I'm not going for it, right? Nobody, Mike Mills, D-Dub, I need 250. Then this motherfucker come back with $20 and you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, B. Can't do it, right? I'm not. It's just business. It's just both parties got to protect themselves. So that's how I see it. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah. Also, too, keep in mind on what the athlete said. He said, "I'm using my redshirt year." So he's already played 3 games. So if he plays another game, he loses his redshirt year. Mm-hmm. Right? If he goes to 4 games, I believe it's 4 games. Then you can't use your redshirt year. That means he's not going to be able to recoup any money on an NIL deal. So he's like, well, damn, let me get out. I got to get out now, or I'm screwed, because he's not going to go to the league. So where's he go? Where can he make a quick $100,000 at with the NIL deal? So that's why he took the deal, because he had to be promised something, bro, to go there and to do what he did and not play. So matter of fact, I'm on the kid's side. I'm on the kid's side, because
he was on the other side at first. What's wrong with you?
No. I said I was on nobody's side. I was just saying, I was looking at both, at both aspects of the situation. Like you said, if you don't have it in writing, then it's your word against mine.
Exactly.
So
you have to protect yourself.
You gotta protect yourself. So somewhere looked like what happened is somebody promised him, right? Whether it was the assistant coach or something, it was false pretenses that he went to that school to get that bag, that, you know what I'm saying, 100,000, 100K, and they weren't giving it to him. He's like, oh shit, well, I gotta get out now. I can't play another game, or I'll lose my redshirt year. Hence, I can't go nowhere else and play and get an NIL deal.
That's the kid, and that you saying that's the kid protecting himself. He's saying,
absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Shoot, yeah. Oh, I'm getting drip drab with the money. And, oh, y'all doing this, and then if I go too far, I won't get my money on anything, right?
Correct, because that was the key. That was the key sentence in what that kid said in his soliloquy was, "I am using my redshirt year." That's his redshirt freshman year, where he got redshirted. So he has an extra year, but if he plays another game, he loses that year. Hence, he's gonna lose any type of NIL money that he can get. So he sits out, and now he can go get some NIL deal next year with some other school. And I guarantee you he'll get it. And I guarantee you he'll get it in writing this time.
Oh, absolutely. Quick question: has anybody from UNLV denied that anybody said anything?
I'm going to read that right now. Let me read that real quick. Go ahead. And this is from all the links. For all those want to know, all the links will be in the description. This is from David Cobb of CBS Sports, and he wrote this as of 6:32 on yesterday. UNLV's NIL collective responded to enforce to the accusation that it's left compensation promises to former Rebels quarterback Matthew Sluka unfulfilled on Wednesday, claiming in a statement there were no formal NIL offers made during Mr. Sluka's recruitment process.
That's a lie.
Blueprint Sports, which handles UNLV NIL operation, contends it is up to date all its monetary obligations to the university's athletes. And this is a direct quote. We want to address the recent developments surrounding Matthew Sluka and his decision to redshirt for the remainder of the year. The company statement read, to clarify, there were no formal NIL offers made during Mr. Sluka's recruitment process. Additionally, Friends of UNLV did not finalize or agree to any NIL offers while he was part of the team. Aside from a completed community engagement event over the summer, at Blueprint Sports and Friends of UNLV, we take our commitments very seriously. We would like to emphasize that we have upheld all Friends of UNLV contracts this season and have not defaulted on any agreements with Mr. Sluka. Our commitment for supporting Rebel student athletes remains unwavering, and we are dedicated to maintaining the integrity of our programs.
Oh, they circling the wagons. So that's how you know it really happened. When nobody knows what happened and they start circling the wagons, that means exactly what the first story that came out happened. That's what that means.
Go ahead, Mills. Go ahead some more, man. Go ahead.
I'm exactly on the quarterback side. And I like how he did it. Listen, I gave y'all 3 games. We went 3-0. I showed y'all what it could be. Because y'all ain't want to give me my bag, and I ain't want it to look crazy right before I stepped on the field. So he went out there and gave it to him. Now it's at the deadline, and y'all don't want to give me my bread? Get out of here. And then he's a graduate student, too, so he probably got to pay for off-campus housing. You know, that costs money. And all the other things involved. So, like, stop playing with that man. Give him his money. Y'all are
It's
in Las
expensive
Vegas.
to live in Las Vegas. What
Y'all
are we talking
are a
about?
power school in Las Vegas. Y'all should have sent somebody to the casino to go get the rest of the money if y'all ain't have it. Take that 3 and go turn it to 100 and pay your quarterback. Like, they're tripping.
I think what's going on, Mike, too. So, you know, you got the Power 5 schools. They got the money. The Alabamas, the Georgias. They got the dough to do it. When has UNLV ever been good in football or basketball?
UNLV got $100,000. You're not going to
Bro,
tell me they don't.
Exactly. It's $100,000. FAU could pay that right now.
Yeah, it
Right.
ain't $2 million.
Hey,
This
what are we
quarterback
talking?
signed for $2 million.
Exactly. It's $100,000. Any institution has that in their piggy bank. That's ridiculous.
Petty cash.
That's ticket sales. That's ticket sales. One game. Not even the
yeah,
whole game.
So that's how I know the kid's telling the truth. Because all he wanted was 100 G's. Because probably some other school probably wasn't offering him that. And when he got that, he's like, all right, cool, I'll do it and go play. Now, good for him. He put 3 games on tape where they were 3-0 and go and flip it next year. Maybe he'll get more. Good for him.
Let me read
some decent.
Totally agree with you, Mike Mills.
They both on the same squad. Let me read this from the same article. ESPN reported Sluka was verbally promised a minimum of $100,000 from UNLV assistant coach. But the crux of the breakdown between Sluka and UNLV was that whatever Sluka believed he was promised by UNLV was not outlined in writing before he arrived as a transfer from Holy Cross. Sluka's agents later attempted to negotiate a deal that would have paid him under 50% of what he was verbally promised, according to CBS Sports sources. But when no deal could be reached, he decided to step away. Sluka passed for 318 yards and 6 touchdowns during UNLV's 3-0 starts, which included road wins over Houston and Kansas. He also rushed for 253 yards. The New York native will have 1 season of eligibility remaining since he appeared in 4 games or fewer during the 2024 season. Dan, go ahead and get into some of this, sir.
Well, I know you said it earlier. Not everybody's running to Vegas. This kid's running away. I mean, and I don't blame him because, like we were saying, someone somewhere on UNLV told him he was going to get $100K because he probably had offers to go other schools, like similar, maybe a little bit less money, but he chose to go there probably on the terms that he was going to get some money. The other half of that is if you're UNLV and you can't scratch up $100,000 to pay the kid, I mean, if you want him to be your quarterback, you find the money. Like Mike said, go hit the casino and try to make that money.
Flip it.
You know, whatever you got to do. You know, but to me, it's just silly. It's like, you know, there was something going on there when the kid's like, you know what, you're not going to pay me. I'm Redshirt and I'm out. You know, because he knew that they had a decent team and they could possibly win some stuff. But when you just say, you know, you ain't paying me, I'm out. Yeah, fuck them. I mean, that's, you know, it's like, you know, D-Dub said, you know, someone tells you, hey, come do this job, and you bust your ass all day, and then at the end of the day, they give you 50 instead of 500. You're like, whoa, what's going on here? And it's like, well, you know, we had to take out for, you know, we had to drive you here. We had to, you know, for gas and everything else, you know, nickel and dime you. But, you know, hats off to the kid. You know, he got one more year to play, and he can go somewhere. He might not get 100,000 wherever he goes, but at least, you know, like, he'll get it in writing this time.
Let me ask the panel this: what does this mean for college football? This is a mess. And the kid, shout out to the kid, Mr. Sluka. He got them. He's like, oh, okay, that's what y'all doing. Y'all piecing me along, nah. And under the parameters, what do y'all think going forward? What can be done? Because this is the Wild Wild West. This has no guardrails. This has nothing on it. Go ahead, D-Dubs.
This is what you do, Kev. You get the shit in writing. No, you can't trust nobody. The money is out here and it's big. You can't trust none of these schools, anybody for that matter, agents, none of them guys, because everybody's trying to get this money. And it's like you just said, it's the Wild Wild West. You got to protect yourself at all times, at all costs. You cannot trust these guys. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. And if they tell you 100,000, you need to say, hey, I need to see that in writing. So then when you don't get it, you could go ahead, take them to court and sue them. And that's how you get your bread. Because other than that, this is what they're going to do. They're going to do this flim-flam business, you know, the shady stuff, depending on who you're dealing with, because everybody's not on the up and up. That's what I got to say.
Go ahead, Ryan.
I also blame the agent. That's the agent's job to get that in writing. What the hell is he doing?
Yeah, well, that's
What the
again.
hell, what the hell is the agent doing?
And Ryan, that's another thing that again, some of these cats can do their own business, and they really don't need these agents to be the middleman. Because all you doing is giving this guy a piece of your money, your contract, whatever your contract is. You don't really need these guys if you know how to take care of it yourself.
Right, but that's
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
But that's my point. This agent is gonna get a percentage. How you gonna get that in writing?
Bro,
what are you doing as an agent?
I don't know where he got his agent from, dog.
The agent should have been like, no, you can't go there because we haven't gotten the NIL thing in writing yet.
I know.
So
agents you better than this guy, whoever he
right.
got.
So you can't play. What if you went out there and got hurt?
Yeah, bro,
had a catastrophic injury and got hurt. And you know what I'm saying? Nah, before he stepped on that field, I'm not even blaming the kid. If he has an agent, the agent should take care of all the legalities and make sure everything was on the up and up. So shame on the agent as well.
That's why you have legal representation. Ryan's correct. You know, if you're in this business or any kind of, you want some kind of representation who knows how to dabble in the legal mumbo jumbo, because the average person doesn't know. Mm-hmm. And that's how people get finessed on record deals and all that stuff. So have yourself some legal representation. And, you know, but now the kid got smart, and like you said, and he said, hey, I'm not playing. What do you think about those that say, oh, he quit on his team?
He didn't pay him.
Those are guys that already got a lot of money. That's
who works for free.
Those people that saying that. You know what I'm saying?
I've been hearing a lot of that over the.
I heard one take from my main man, and I don't agree with him on this one. But you know, he comes from a different aspect. Yeah. About quitting on the team, And the kids, dog, man, you only get that time if you got no money, and you come from a spot where you getting no money, and you got an opportunity to get money. Yeah, I'm not going. I'm not quite there because them same kids on your team would have did the same thing if the shoe was reversed.
And he's not. It's not like he's an NFL prospect either. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. So you know he's trying to get his while he can.
Right.
And
Go ahead, Dan.
I'm not
Well, the other point of this too is he's not vested in UNLV. It's not like he's a 4-year starter there. He's been there 3 games and some practices, and that's it. And you know, you do what you do to him. He's got nothing vested in it, but 3 games, I'm out. You know, like we said, who's going to work for free? If someone tells you they're going to pay you to do something, then they don't.
I'm out.
You're not going to keep doing it.
And this is pay up or shut up. This probably happened a couple places, but this is the first place that went public.
Yep.
This could have been handled a bunch of different ways. They should be happy he took it this way. If you tell me you're paying me $100, you're not paying, I'm going to the director's office.
And UNLV but should handle their business correctly. You know what I'm saying? Because
but here's the flip side of that. Now you got potential NIL player candidates. You know, are they going to go to UNLV in the offseason after seeing this? So it's bad. Like for them, like I said, it's bad publicity for them. They should have just said, you know what, F it. It's $100,000. You know, the coach is probably making $1 million. Hey, collectively get your money, pay this kid, keep him quiet, make him happy, and have him there for the whole year. But no, you didn't do that. You just tried to say, well, where's it in writing? I don't say it. And then he did what he had to do. So
definitely, this is definitely a ongoing story, and UNLV, you know, shame on you for not trying to pay the kid, man. You know,
bad business.
As everything came out, and I'm glad we was able to wait a little bit as the story was still unfolding, and at the bottom line, man, I'm in agreement with Dan. You know, like you said, he has no vested interest. He's looking out for himself, and everybody else would do the same. Look out for themselves. If you don't, you're crazy, man. You know, I'm doing it for the love of whatever, man. I don't want to hear that stuff, man. But great banter. I'm pretty sure we'll have some more. Oh, I got one more thing when it came to that, and it looks like it said, hold on, I'll read it. And said, and this is from Nick Schultz of somebody. What is it? Of On 3 Sports. UNLV running back Michael Allen plans to take a red shirt and enter the transfer portal after the 2024 season. He announced he is the Rebels' 4th leading rusher with 108 yards through 3 games. And the decision comes as Matthew Sluka also announced his intentions to redshirt. Allen cited opportunities that unfortunately were not met in his announcement, which was similar verbiage as what Sluka said overnight Tuesday. However, Allen clarified his decision didn't have anything to do with NIL and was strictly about on-field opportunities at UNLV. He arrived at UNLV after 2 years at NC State, and will have 2 years of eligibility remaining as a redshirt junior in 2025.
Hey, Kev, he doesn't even have to explain himself. If he said the same verbiage went on, I believe for the kid, go ahead, and do what you got to do, bro.
A lie is a lie is a lie. It could be about money. It could be
you
about
you don't even have to explain yourself, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
If they did it to one, they'll do it to you too. So, you know.
If you're a victim, sign up.
Yeah.
I'm with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Giants are leading 3-0. Cowboys are driving. Go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
There's always multiple victims. So, somebody else will pop out next.
Oh, yeah. This is the
Cowboys scored.
2024 is the season of pop out.
Yep. The season of I can't stand you, man. Let me
pop out season.
Oh, man. You are a funny dude. Let me go on to what I had here. Oh, college football. Since we're on college football, let me go to college football. And this is the stuff. Either you run your errand or you don't run your errand here. So we got a couple games that's coming on. Virginia Tech will play Miami. This is a Friday night game in at Hard Rock Stadium. You got Kentucky against Ole Miss. This is the top 25. You got Oklahoma State against Kansas. Minnesota versus Michigan, BYU versus Baylor, Arkansas versus number 24 Texas A&M, and then you have Wisconsin versus USC. There you go, Mike. Wisconsin traveling to USC. Oklahoma versus Auburn, number 21. Louisville, number 15 versus number 16, Notre Dame. That should be a good game. And then you got Stanford versus Clemson, Mississippi State against number 1 Texas, Iowa versus Houston, Georgia versus Alabama. That's primetime game, 7:30 on ABC. That's a must see. Then you got Ohio State versus Michigan State, Illinois versus Penn State, South Alabama versus LSU, number 14, Washington State versus Boise State, Arizona versus Utah, and then you got number 8 Oregon travels to UCLA. Mike, any other game that you think will be interested, or we should go out and do errands?
I mean, yeah, you could really do errands into that last one. I mean, some of those in between games would be cool, but that last one gonna be a big one. And I'm surprised that they doing it this early. Like week 4, week 5.
Yeah,
it's kind of early, but I guess that's when you want everybody to get in the playoffs. You make sure they could lose early, so they got time to bounce back. So
Okay, D-Dubs.
I ain't got really nothing for you, man. Some of these games, like Virginia Tech, Miami. I don't see nothing that really. Oh, wait, we got Alabama and Georgia.
That's the primetime game. I think. Yeah,
that's about the only thing that really jumps off the page at me that I'm probably interested in watching. That's about it. I don't see nothing else that's Stanford, Clemson.
Stanford got that good receiver. But other than that,
yeah,
I'm not into watching Dabo's Last Stand. I'm good on that.
Dabo's Last Stand.
Yeah, that's about it. Oregon.
You called me washed up. I got something for you. Yeah, I'm about tired of him.
Texas, Mississippi. Yeah, man. You know how college football is, man. So
yeah, definitely
one of them weeks.
Yeah,
one of the weeks. So let me move on to Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball is down the stretch of his last couple games during the weekend. As y'all can see scrolling on the ticker, let me go through the power rankings real quick. I will not go through everybody. I'll just go through the Yankees are number 1 at 92-66. Looks like nobody's going to win 100 games this year. The Dodgers are 94-64. At number 2, Phillies are 94-65. Padres are 91-67. My old man's Indians, my dad's Indians, they're 92-67. The Diamondbacks are 88-71. The Brewers are 91-68. Mike Mills Mets 87-70. Shout out to Grimace. Ryan's Astros, they're 86-73. They clinched the American League West. They used to do play in the National League. I forgot. The Braves are right behind the Mets. And then, shout out to the Tigers, man. The Tigers have won like 14 out of 16 or 17. They've been playing some really, really good ball.
5-game winning streak.
Yeah. Let me just read this from CBS Sports. What's more can we say? After being sellers at the trade deadline, it's realistic that the Tigers to grab the 5th seed in the AL, they will likely mean avoiding the Astros and playing the Orioles. And at this point, getting to play the Orioles feels like a gift. And then you got number 12, the Orioles. June 20, the Orioles were on pace to win 170 games this season. They might not even get to 90. Yeah, the Orioles had definitely fell off. They got cold, and they got cold at the same time with the Yankees, man. So when the Yankees started to get hot. So I got that. Mike Mills, any thoughts on baseball, the Mets, anything like that?
I've seen them blow bigger leads in less time. I just want to see what happens. It's crazy that nobody's going to win 100 games. The Dodgers definitely should have won 100 games. I don't see how they didn't.
And, the pitchers are hurt.
I'm not. The way they hit the ball, I'm not giving them no excuse. Like, who they got in their lineup? Like,
Twin Box.
If the pitchers give up 12, there's no way.
Twin Box. I'm not giving them no excuses. It's
none.
World Series, championship, or bust.
The hitters they got in their lineup just feel like watching the Yankees when I was a kid. I can't stand them neither. So, yeah, it's just.
And by the way, the Yankees, I hopefully tonight they can finally clinch if they, want to win. They lost 2 games in a row. So I mean,
as a Yankee fan, I am so sick of Gleyber Torres and his inability to hustle and just do dumb stuff on base paths. He did it again last night or the night before last. It was just infuriating. The night before last, I just said. And a couple times Boone has sat him down, like took him out the game. I don't know when this dude is going to get it, or if he will ever get it. So I don't know. So go ahead.
Might just be a lost cause, man, because he's always,
This is true.
How many how long he's been on the Yankees, bro? I mean, come on. You ain't get it by now.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, all right.
I'm definitely with you, man. Listen, before we get into, the WNBA, here's a word. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Dan, you have something?
No, I know we talked about this earlier, but I just, wanted to put this out here so the general public can understand the frustration of every Pirate fan on the planet.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Dan.
So, I've talked about this owner many, many times. And, unlike the Tarasi thing, I'm going to try to keep it civil here so we don't get demonetized. But the stuff that this dude does for the limited amount of money, I think it was a $200,000 bonus that
Yes.
Rowdy Tellez was going to get if he batted 4 more times. What'd they do? DFA'd him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Designated for assignment. I'm like, what in the hell? $200,000. And the dude makes like $70 million profit a year as the owner.
Who has more money, UNLV or the Pirates?
Pirates do. Dude,
I was going to say.
when we talk about baseball every year and the salaries and all that other good stuff, we get all that money from the luxury tax. They're already in the black when the season starts. They don't even have to sell a seat to a game. And that's why this dude will not, sign good players, pay the bonuses. It's like, I would think if you shake this man's hand, you just feel slimy afterwards. That's how shady business. Dude, I can't stand him. And as you can see, I've already changed baseball goodbye. It's time for hockey.
Oh, excuse me, football too, because you gave us the business about football. But we're not gonna beat the dead horse. We love you, Dan, and we love this. That's baseball word from BetStamp. Exciting news, sports fans. This is Kevin O'Warren, host and moderator of the Sports Chasers podcast. I'm thrilled to announce our brand new partnership with BetStamp and Sign Up Expert, bringing you an incredible opportunity to elevate your sports betting game. With this partnership, we're offering you access to some of our favorite sports books, all designed to help you get the best odds and the top new user offers around. Ready to take advantage? Head over to our dedicated page at signupexpert.com/sports chasers to explore a wide selection of sports books tailored to your region, each with its own unique perks and promotions. If you're serious about getting in on the action and want to support our brand, I highly recommend you sign up for your next sports book through our Sign Up Expert link. You can easily find it right in the description of this video. Remember, it's time to get rich or bet trying. Don't miss out. Check it out now. Thank you. Word from BetStamp to all your bettors. 73 Cowboys, second quarter just starting. Giants got the ball at their 30-yard line. All right, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what time it is. Ryan's not on camera, but I'm going to do it for him. What he does, the W's. I can't do it with that arm. That arm hurts. The W's, did I do it right? The W's, yeah.
Don't hurt yourself.
Throw them W's up.
I did, Dan. I did. I should have did that.
Get the Advil.
Yeah, no, I probably need some more after that. Ryan, what you got for the WNBA? They're in the playoffs, man, and I'll give it to Ryan. Ryan's our WNBA NBA insider and expert. Go ahead, Ryan.
Well, we had the basically the first round, which is the best 2 out of 3. All the top seeds won on their home court. I really don't like the format, but hey, the league is growing. So, Connecticut, they knocked out the Fever. We had last night the Lynx, my team, to win the championship, knocked out the Mercury, Phoenix Mercury, and that could have been Diana Taurasi's final game. So, man, if that was her final game, man, what a hell of a career for Diana Taurasi, man. Just a champion, all-time great basketball player on every level, high school, college, and pros, Olympic. She's just had a fantastic career. The most points in the WNBA by like a lot. So, her, just her, playing for that long, she's damn near the LeBron of the WNBA, going on playing 21 seasons?
Yeah.
It's phenomenal, and always play at a high level, man. So, man, shout out to Diana Taurasi, man. Love her game. Love what she's meant to the WNBA. And then we have the Aces. The Aces knocking out the Storm. I thought Seattle would have got a game, to be honest with you. But Asia was too tough, man. Asia was too tough. The unanimous MVP was too tough. And then we have the number 1 seed, New York Liberty, knocking out the number 8 seed, Atlanta Dream. But like you guys had mentioned before, I wish they changed the format in the first round, because like we've mentioned before, the teams didn't even get a chance to play a home game. You know what I mean? So hopefully they change that by next season. Make it the best, 3 out of 5. Make every round 3 out of 5. And you don't have to change the finals to best out of 7. I'm not saying that, but yeah, I mean, the road team should have got at least a home game, man, to see your team in the playoffs. So they can get a piece of the pie when it comes to the the revenue from having a playoff game. So hopefully they change that. But yeah, man. But all the favorites won.
Can I?
Yeah.
Quick? I'm sorry. Let me just interject.
Yeah, brother.
I think we talked about this. I believe they did this because of the whole travel situation and I guess trying to save some money or whatever. They didn't have charter flights. This is the first year of the charter flights. Correct. So hopefully, like you said, this will be fixed.
That has something to do with that has something to do with it. Absolutely.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be fixed and next year they'll just do, like you said, best out of 5 and because it's kind of sad to see some of these teams not get at least one home game for their playoffs.
Facts. Absolutely. But it was good basketball, man. Last night, Fever started off hot, and then Connecticut just walked them down. It got chippy for a little bit, but that's the nature of the WNBA, man. It's a very physical game. There's some no calls, on both sides in the game, and I'm proud of the Fever, man. Like they showed up, man. They showed up and made the playoffs for the first time in a long time. Caitlin Clark was phenomenal. Awesome season. Should be unanimous rookie of the year, and they're only going to get better. My only question is, I don't understand how Nalissa Smith gets 4 minutes. She's a former number 2 pick. Like, she can play up tempo. She can go into post. She can rebound. Like, I don't understand what's going on there. Does she not? I don't understand. I'm lost for words why a talent like Nalissa Smith is not getting minutes. And not only that, man. She's a legit 6'2", 6'3". Got an outside game, mid-range game, a post game, can play defense, rebounds. Like I just don't get that. I just don't get it at all.
From a coaching perspective, do you think Coach Christie Size, you think she should be gone?
No, I'm not gonna take it that far, man. She made the playoffs, man. Like they haven't made the playoffs in like yeah, you know. So right. So I'm not gonna say that. And to be fair, you know, her best player, Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston, it's their first year playing together. So it's an adjustment period for the coach as well. You know, so I can't say she needs to be fired. I think she did a good job. You know, did she have some mishaps during the season? Yeah, but what coach doesn't? So no, I'm not asking for her job, man. She did good. The team did good after starting off 1-8, having the hardest schedule in the WNBA. So I think she deserves another year. No, that's not the issue. But I do want to know why. I would like to ask her why is a talent like Melissa Smith not getting any PT? Just doesn't make any sense. Just doesn't. Like I can't come up with a reason why she's not getting. I mean, is she not playing team ball, or you feel like the team, you know, operates better without her on the court? Maybe, but at some point, man, you got to put your best players out there, and you got to try to make it work. So I don't understand.
So I did see a tweet from what's the name, DJ Carradine. I think they're two-a-day, and she was saying, "Hey, free Alyssa Smith." So
free Alyssa Smith, big time, bro. 4 minutes is crazy for that talented. No, Alyssa Smith is a baller, bro. She was a baller at Baylor. She's a ball. I mean, just I don't get it, man. I really don't get it. Free Alyssa Smith for real. Yeah. I need answers with that.
And I'm looking now. I don't think nobody asked her that question, but I'm pretty sure somebody did, but I can't find it. But maybe we'll find it for the next show. Go ahead, Ryan. Anything else?
So now second round. Hey, we have the finals rematch. And that starts on Sunday at 3:00 ABC. We have the New York Liberty, number 1 seed, versus the number 4 seed, back-to-back champion, Las Vegas Aces. We got Stewie versus Asia. We got Jackie Young versus the Nescu. Star-studded, man. Star-studded lineups. We all know what happened last year. Or if you didn't know what happened last year, the Aces beat the Liberty in New York with 2 starters out to win the championship. So hey, man, it's there's bad blood there too. It's bad blood there too, because there was some big time trolling after the championship game last year, saying that they were just a super team. They weren't a team. Things of that nature. So yeah, some big time shade was getting thrown. The Aces was thrown at the Liberty. So there's some bad blood there, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how to pick the outcome, because it looks like the Liberty are clicking on all cylinders. But the Aces are the Aces, and Asia is Asia. So that's gonna be a hell of a series. And then we have my favorite to win it all, the Minnesota Lynx, with Nafisa Collier, who put up 42 and just balled out. Should be the MVP if it wasn't for Asia having a historic year. I think Minnesota gets by Connecticut, and we'll have a Minnesota versus Liberty or Aces final. I don't know who to pick on that one, but
all right.
I'm torn, Matt. But I will say this: Minnesota's beating anybody they play. Let's go.
Okay. Oh. I'll take that from you. Let me ask you this: what do you think about this season that just has passed, with all that has transpired, and all that with Caitlin Clark and the new fans and all this? Could you wrap this up in a bow, so to speak? Now that they got eliminated from the playoffs.
The WNBA couldn't ask for anything better. You know what I'm saying? They got the eyes on the game. kudos to Caitlin Clark for not only meeting expectations but blowing it out the water. She struggled early, but that's what happens. But then, man, she turned it on. She answered every question like a professional. She was a professional. She showed up and played every night. And just a phenomenal job by the rookies coming in. Listen, man, I would be silly to say that she didn't play a big part in the explosion of the league and the ratings and things of that nature. She absolutely did. But sometimes that's what it takes for your league to go to the next level, man. I'm happy for her. I'm happy that she met all the surpassed all the expectations after having a rocky start. And I'm just thrilled to see her career moving forward and how, she's going to, help to transform the league to better, to greater heights. I mean, guys,
Nice.
she's going to be on the all WNBA first team. That's phenomenal as a rookie. The last I want to say the last person who won MVP as a rookie was oh my god. Oh jeez. LA Sparks. She's on TNT. Why do I always Candace Parker?
You don't know my wife's name? Come on now.
My bad, man. Candace Parker. Candace Parker was the only rookie to win MVP. She won the MVP of the league as a rookie. But like I said, hey, you can make a case that if it wasn't for Asia, that Caitlin could have won MVP. I mean, she got votes. She got MVP votes. No, once you get MVP votes, there's a case for you. I said a case. I didn't say she would have won.
On the ballot for president in Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, listen. Whenever you're first team of all WNBA, you have a case. Asia, I mean, I said a case. I didn't say she was going to be out Asia or college. Yeah. So it's just phenomenal, man. What Angel Reese did with the score with the double record as a rookie, just phenomenal, man. And then you had Asia doing what she did, Collier doing what she did, the Liberty doing what they're doing. Just a great season overall, man. I'm so happy. Happy, the league, what the league is going to become. The expansion team that's coming. The other new rookies page is going to be coming next year. Juju in another 2 years. So, man, I'm just super happy, man, for a person who's been supporting the league since the inception of the league and never stopped watching and always, try to put it out there. Hey, let's support these women. You know what I'm saying? Let's support the league. I got flack from some of my best friends. Like, man, you watch women's basketball? Yeah, I watch women's basketball, man. And I stand today, and I'm very proud of the league. There's issues, with some social media posts, racial posts, and just people saying awful things, but that's just the society we live in a social media society, man. So you got to take the good with the bad, but there's no room in the game for that kind of talk, man. You can boo somebody, root for them, say you hate the way they play, but don't hate them for who they are, or what ethnicity they are, or who they root. No, it's just no room for that, man. Like there was one guy, I don't know if it's a guy or one, but there was one post, one of the Chicago Sky players, after she kind of hip checked Caitlin, and she was just coming off having a tumor on her spine and had cancer in her spine. She came back, and the guy or whoever posted, I hope your tumor comes back on your spine. Stuff like that, man. That's just crossing the line. I don't care what political views you have. It's about, at the end of the day, competing hard, which all these women do, for the game, and just making sure we keep supporting the game. And to the new followers and the new the welcome, man. To and I don't want to make it seem like it's everybody out there who are doing bad social media posts. Like we said, like one apple spoils the bunch, man. But I'm just right now, man. I'm just so happy for the league, man. I really am, man, and happy for the league. Happy for the league.
That post you was talking about, that was Diamond the Shields. Yeah, I saw that. That was
Diamond the Shields. Yeah,
just ugly. I'll say this. I'm glad to be watching the WNBA again. Like I told my I sound like I'm in church. Church testimony. I used to watch in the inception. I watched a little bit in the 2000s. I went to a bunch of Charlotte Sting games when I was in Charlotte. Then it fell off. And then Ryan, he came through. He's been with us the last 2 years, and I started paying attention to the WNBA. I started paying attention more. And listen, root for who you want to root for. And I like how I say on our website, sports is supposed to bring us together. It's not supposed to divide us. And you just want people to compete, have a good game, whatever political side you on. I don't care, whatever. But just don't bring it to the sports. Whatchamacallit. That's all I'll say. Just it's supposed to bring people together. When you're at the stadium, I don't care who you are, man. We're rooting for the Giants. We're hating the Cowboys, and that's about it. And then when it's all said and done, we're all people. So that's it. Dan, your thoughts on the WNBA, because Dan has become a WNBA insider as far as I'm concerned. Your thoughts, Dan, on what has went on this year with the WNBA. $5, sir, you can send to our account.
Yeah.
Get right on that. No, like Ryan said, great season, great year. Playoffs have been great. For me, the only thing that, like we were talking about, like for me, they need to clean some things up. As far as the league itself, like the playoff format, I think that's a huge disservice to all the teams that are 5th through 8th. You got so many like new teams coming in to the playoffs for the first time in a long time, and they don't even get a home game. And I think they're dropping the ball there, where you get all the franchises involved in the playoffs, at least one game, get their fans excited.
I thought you was talking about the Giants literally dropping the ball because their Singletary just fumbled. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Same thing.
No,
but his knee was down. He's good. But no, it's they just got to clean things up, and now that they got charter flights and stuff like that, they should be able to maneuver the playoffs to where they can travel a little bit. So, both teams get a home game, because that's huge. You get people in there, get them excited for the game, and you might get some season ticket holders out of that for the next year. But, those that were the low seeds, or 5 through 8, they didn't get that opportunity. Yeah. And I just, to me, they just need to rectify that. However they want to do it. 1-1-1, 3 out of 5, whatever. And the other thing for me is watching as many games as I have. Like, I would really love to see them clean up the refereeing, because like watching the Fever game, and I even put it into a text chat. Wheeler's out there playing just absolutely physical. Like, she looked like vintage Scott Stevens, just inside the blue line, and absolutely ran over Carrington. Like, if she would have reached for the ball, I get it. But she didn't even make a play on the ball. She just knocked her on, square in her butt. And like that stuff, that's the stuff they need to clean up. Flagrant, foul, whatever. But and it's the refereeing seems inconsistent sometimes, where they're they don't call the same thing all the time. But like I said, they've been around for a while. I think these things will get cleaned up.
Yes.
And that will make for even better basketball. This season was awesome, but I think, they've tweaked a few things that can be even greater.
Awesome. Thank you, Dan. D-Dubs, your thoughts on the WNBA season so far? They're in the playoffs. What's your thoughts about all this? Caitlin Clark, the Connecticut Sun, they sent the FIBA home on last night. Your thoughts on all of this stuff? You're muted.
$5. You can pay my fine. Thanks, brother.
It was good season, man. Good game last night. Indiana just didn't have, they just didn't have enough. I mean, they compete. They competed. That's all I was wanting to see. They didn't get blown out by 30. There's competition, so I could appreciate that. So for all that, a good season for the WNBA as a whole. A lot of nonsense was going on, but I think it's just some of something to talk about. Overall, much better season. Hopefully, we'll get even better for the next year. But it's playoff time, so 4 teams left, and so hopefully we'll get to see who's next up. It's Fever, Liberty versus who? Who's that?
Ryan just went over Liberty versus the Aces.
Yeah,
and you got Minnesota versus
Connecticut.
Yeah, that's gonna be. Yeah, that's still a good series right there, man.
Ryan said anybody Minnesota plays, they're gonna win the championship anyway. So,
they're nasty. They're nasty.
Yeah, Minnesota.
He's right.
Minnesota is tough, and it's gonna be good. So down the stretch, I guess we might hopefully see the Liberty and Minnesota. See, I guess that's gonna be a repeat of the of that. What's that? The Players Cup or whatever the tournament. Whatever the
Commissioner's Cup. Commissioner's Cup.
Oh, sorry, I said what is it? The People's Cup. I don't know, but yeah, the Commissioner's Cup. Yeah, so shout outs to all the ladies, man.
Shout out to all the ladies, man. Man, good show tonight. We talked about that. Well, like I said, we'll talk about the NFL and college football on Monday nights, man. The Giants and the Cowboys are playing on Thursday Night Football. As you can see, it's 14-6 with 7:48 left in the second quarter. We'll definitely dive into that. Shout out to those that see us on Monday night. Make sure if you don't know that somebody that loves football, hey, we talk about football right before the Monday night game goes on. Well, not anymore because they got 2 Monday night games going on. They got so dang, they stole our shine for a little bit, but that's the NFL, man. They trying to get every piece of the real estate when it comes to sports, man. Great show. Mike Mills had to dip out. Let's go to our party shots. I'll start with Ryan. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, man. Again, good show, guys. WNBA playoffs, full swing. We got the NBA training camps opening up. So it's a good time, man. Good time for sports. We got the Major League MLB playoffs about to start. So it's exciting time, man. Exciting time. So again, man, thank you guys for having me. I know y'all don't like when I say that, but thanks for having me.
Got the full-fledged member.
Yeah.
You talk about thanks for having us. Where's
Full-fledged member.
I'll give it to Dan. Dan, what you got for us, bro, before we get out of here?
Great show. Shout out to E and DA. Missed you guys. Nothing heavy. Just make sure you look both ways before crossing the street.
Yeah. Appreciate that, Dan. Go ahead, D-Dubs.
Yeah, man. Good show as always. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate you. Click like, subscribe, share to a friend of a friend. We appreciate it all. Also, what else I got? Yo, Kev, I gotta get up with the DA, man. Anthony Joshua, I don't want to see you no more. Please. I don't want to see you no more, man.
So your boxing fans, DA and D-Dubs got to do a boxing show.
Yeah, we gotta talk about it, man. This guy, man. This is what What's that? This is Frank Bruno, man. He's like a Frank Bruno 2.0, bro. I mean, I never seen nothing like it, bro. But other than that, yo, great show. We'll holler at y'all next week. Yeah.
Appreciate that, D-Dubs. Hey, great show as usual. Love these guys. Love what we do. Love the platform. Shout out to all those that's in the comments, man. To Mike, to Debbie, to no, I didn't, Mike. Moms was watching. Shout out to my cousin Mike. Mike Hill, appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for tuning in. He said when I saw him this past week, he said he was going to tune in. He's a huge Lions fan. He's from Detroit. Well, everything, I guess, Detroit. So he's Pistons and Red Wings and Tigers and Lions. So, and I told him, I said, hey, man, yo, the Lions are up and coming, man. They did well last week. I said, yo, the Lions are something to watch out for, man. So shout out to him for tuning in. Shout out to all those that's on the sound of my voice on the podcast side. Thank you. And thank you for in advance giving us that 5-star review on Spotify and Apple or whatever you hear the podcasting, wherever you hear this podcast. We appreciate you. Hey, make sure you get your merchandise. You want to support the Sports Chasers? Hey, go to our website. Our website, is One Stop Shopping for everything. It's got all our Instagram, all of our social media, blog posts up there, newsletters, you name it. We got it. It's on the website. We own it. So shout out. You have something to say, D-Dubs, before we get out of here?
No, you good.
Okay, you're looking at the Giants. They're second down, 1st and 10. But hey, great show. Hey, nothing heavy. Thank you guys so much. Great WNBA season. I guess I'm back watching it now. Y'all saw me a couple episodes on. I had my Fever hat on. And hey, at the end of the day, like Ryan, like how the whole panel said, D-Dubs and Dan said, you just want to compete. All the other stuff is noise. And that's it. Let's move on. Let's see good basketball. That's all you want. You want good basketball, good teams competing. And that's it, man. So I'm happy about that. And thanks for everybody that's tuning on. So listen, on behalf of myself, I'm Kevin L. Warren, your host and moderator for Darryl D-Dubs Warren, for Ryan D'Souza, our NBA and WNBA insider, for Dan, the hockey dude, the toxic one who, hey, hockey's in its exhibition season, so we're going to be bringing back hockey again, for Mike Mills, who had to leave, and for the DA, and also for the angry one, man. Yo, this is the Sports Chasers podcast. Excuse me. Y'all be good. Y'all be great. Hey, we'll see you Monday night on the Blitz, on the Monday Night Football Blitz. Hey, enjoy the Giants and the Cowboys. Talk to y'all later. Peace.
That's a wrap for today's episode of the Sports Chasers podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platforms, and connect with us on all social media channels for exclusive content and updates. We'd also love for you to join the conversation, share your thoughts, and become part of the Sports Chasers community. And remember to tune in next time for some more real sports talk. Until then, stay frosty.